Hi, welcome to Tuesday Tea Time. We had some technical difficulties today. Glad you're here. We developed Tuesday Tea Time for busy professionals like you who have a long list of to-dos, and the first thing to fall off is professional and personal development. So we designed these 10-minute quick tips to be able to carry through your week, and easy, doable lessons. You can go back and look at them. My name is Megan Dabazik. I'm founder and CEO of withinleader.com. Check out our website. We have the full suite of uh, services for professional development, from the personal one-on-one all the way through organizational development for purposeful leadership development programs that hardwire holistic, healthy leadership for organizations to reach the next potential. So today is a topic that hits me close to home, and I want to share this with everybody today because I think specifically nurses don't see the weight and the importance of self-care. So let's start off with the term traumatology. I don't think many nurses know that traumatology is a science and a study of the impact trauma has on those experiencing it, as well as those witnessing it. So, nurses do an amazing job of managing their patients, listening to their patients. But when it comes to listening to their own bodies and take care of themselves, they fall short. And many times it's until there's a health crisis or an emotional breakdown that we really recognize the importance of self-care. Many people, with just the word self-care, they roll their eyes. And many people are so overwhelmed that they can't even imagine that self-care is going to even help them. And the thought of sitting down for 10 minutes and meditating or deep breathing is so overwhelming, they can't even begin. So today we're going to unpack some reasons behind why self-care matters, and some easy but super meaningful tips to just start a little bit of self-care in each and every day. So, burnout, traumatology, vicarious trauma, compassion fatigue, those are all real things. They were in existence before COVID, but post-COVID, they became in our face and unbearable. And now we really need to face these head on by changing our work environments. And that starts with our leaders, modeling what self-care looks like and good work-life balance boundaries. And two, instilling a culture that prioritizes self-care. So, as a leader, if you see employees who are overreacting, emotionally blurting out, not managing their emotions in situations that don't warrant that level of emotion, that's a telltale sign that that person might be in burnout or in constant heightened fight or flight. And that can be attributed to uh, compassion fatigue or constant exposure to trauma or traumatic situations. They don't have to be going through the trauma themselves, but they can witness trauma. And that tricks our brain into going into a heightened awareness, into fight or flight. It dampens our ability to regulate our emotions and focus on tasks. So if you're, as a leader, noticing that people are running around like everything's a 5-alarm fire, or in the nursing world, a level 1 trauma, it could be because they're stuck in that nervous system response because of all the witnessed trauma throughout their career. So how do we fix that? How do we help that? I think number one as leaders is identifying it, helping people identify it. I think the number one thing as nurses is we don't see this and can't recognize it in ourselves before it's a huge problem. So as leaders, recognizing it. Two, Creating a culture that prioritizes the well-being of the healthcare provider. And that's not a Fitbit and a water bottle. That's doable, actionable things throughout the day that value and prioritize health among our frontline staff. And so, what that looks like is making sure your staff are getting their breaks and they're actually taking them, that they go outside for a second, take a deep breath, that they don't work too much overtime. We want to create an environment where we see the value in health. Knowing that traumatology is a science of how trauma impacts us, but little things make a big difference. And I think leaders on the floor demonstrating a sound, grounded mindset that's unwavering to the energy and the trauma around them is a great model. Two, recognizing in those frontline leaders or staff that need a break and giving them that break yourself. Once a week, go out to the floor, round on the floor, find that person who looks really stressed, give them a break and permission to go outside for 15 minutes. You'll take care of it. So, breaks are a huge fundamental piece of rewiring our brain, slowing our nervous system down so that we can get out of that fight or flight response. Secondly, front care workers, if you realize that your time off is solely spent resting and sleeping, if you feel like you're overwhelmed and to do anything fun just seems too much and is exhausting, then that's a huge red flag that you're not providing self-care and leading a balanced, healthy life so that you can be a productive, healing partner in the healthcare system. So, taking breaks, breathing. How many times during the day do people even check in to see, am I holding my breath? Am I breathing quickly? Is my heart rate up? And then taking a slow, deep breath. Now, I know many of you are rolling your eyes at that, but you'd be surprised how breathing impacts your nervous system and slows down your stress response. So, those are huge. Knowing how to recognize when your peers are stressed out and need a break. Another key indicator, again, overreacting, emotionally blurting out, constantly complaining, frustrated, anxious, constantly wanting to quit or find something else to do. Those are indications in your peers that they need a break and they need to rewire some self care into their life. So, another means of self care that's super easy but hugely impactful besides breathing, taking your breaks, going outside for just 2 minutes to take a huge breath of fresh air. Those are some simple, easy, doable things that you may not think are impactful but are huge and can't be skipped throughout your shift. So, if you want more tips on self care, meaningful self care that really makes a difference, that will sustain you in a long, fulfilling, healthy career as a caretaker, reach out to me. I have tons of resources and exercises and programs you can initiate on your unit. Be the champion for self care. You can find more information www.withinleader.com. I hope you found this helpful and didn't blow this topic off because it's super important. Have a great day.